All right, gang, we're going to get started here shortly. I still have people logging in nonstop here, so we'll give them about 30 more seconds and then we'll get cranking here. So just hang with us. And I've got to make one other change here, and we should be good to go. I see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces on here, or names, I should say. And so welcome everybody to tonight's webinar. While we wait for people to log in, let me give you a little background about myself. My name is John Morrison. I'm an executive consultant here in Temple, Texas. I was introduced to Ambit Energy about 7.5 years ago, July the 10th, 2007. We got started. It's been a life-changing event, a life-changing business for me and my family. And I'm excited that you're here to see this information, especially if you're a guest. There's a promotion that's been announced that we're going to cover that is super exciting. And so I'm excited for you that you're getting this information. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen here, and hopefully everybody will be able to see it, and we will go from there. All right. Hopefully everybody's seeing that. If you can see that, just make sure you, I've got the chat box open, so anybody can comment in the chat by clicking on the little tab on the left-hand side that's highlighted. And but with that being said, I'm showing it all looks to be good and rocking and rolling, so we're just going to rock and move on with it. The initial reason we started our business was not financial freedom and you know, what it has generated. At the time I was looking at Ambit Energy, I was working about 80 hours a week running my real estate business, and our initial goal was our son's college fund. You know, there's several various reasons why people look at this information. You see several of those listed here. Maybe you want some additional income, reduce or eliminate some debt, pay off some credit card, more time or with your family, and provide more money to the charity of your choice, build a savings account, college education, financial freedom, whatever it is. Just understand that we're fixed to show you a vehicle that's going to allow you to do that. I'm going to talk to you and go through this information very, very quickly. And I'm going to talk about Ambit Energy, why we believe it's the right company in an expanding industry with the perfect product, which happens to be a service, which makes this the greatest opportunity. Now, with that being said, Ambit has a vision focused on your success, and from day one, our chief executive officer and co-founder penned our vision statement, which is to become the finest, most respected retail energy provider in America. And we're getting that done, folks. Founded in 2006 by our CEO, Jerry Thompson Jr., and our other co-founder and chief marketing officer, Chris Chambliss. We are setting records and doing a bunch of extraordinary things. Now, I want to give you some information about these two gentlemen. First, we'll start with Jerry. He comes to the table with a lot of business savvy. He was brought up in a businessman's pedigree. His family invented the convenience store concept. They started the company called Southland Corporation. We know that as 7-Eleven. Over 50,000 stores worldwide, the largest franchising opportunity surpassing McDonald's and Starbucks. And Jerry was brought up in that environment, and evidently he paid attention because he was very successful in his own right, started his own company called Caprock Communications, sold that for a large sum of money, and then started Ambit Energy in 2006 with our other co-founder, chief marketing officer, like I mentioned, Chris Chambliss, who was an executive vice president of the fourth largest telecom company in North America, the youngest company at that time to ever get on the New York Stock Exchange, and the youngest company at that time to hit $1 billion in revenue in a 12-month run rate. And so obviously when you put these two gentlemen together, they have high growth experience. They put a Fortune 100 executive team in place from day one. I know it says Fortune 500, but I believe them to be a Fortune 100 executive team. And I'm not going to go through the whole team, but I am going to highlight one other individual, and that's our Chief Information Officer, John Burke, who was recognized by Computer World Magazine as being one of the top 10 high-tech gurus, chief information officers in the world. And he invented our customer care and billing platform, which has since been patented. Some of our competition has tried to purchase it. It's not for sale. I'll tell you why that's more important in just a second. But due to a lot of these factors, we're winning awards and recognition. And I'm not going to, go through all of them. Matter of fact, there's a lot of them that aren't even on the page. It wouldn't even fit. So I am going to talk to you about two that are very, very prominent and very, very key to you understanding what you have your hands on. First and foremost is the Direct Selling News Global 100. And each and every year, the Direct Selling News ranks the top fastest growing direct selling companies worldwide. And last year, or in 2013, we were number 12. They just released this updated list. And I have to tell you, we are still at number 12, but we grew by several $100 million. We are currently the largest direct seller of energy in the world, and the 7th largest direct selling company in the United States of America. And that is huge. Okay. Also, Inc. 500 each and every year recognizes the 500 fastest growing privately held companies in the United States of America. Every year, out of millions of companies, there are 500 that are absolutely proud to make the list. I bring this up because it was not hard to find us on the list. We were number 1 in 2010, which was our first year. Even to be eligible, you have to have 3 years financials just to be even considered. And our first year eligible, we were number 1 on the list with right at 20,000% growth. And we made the list the following years after that. Only a handful of companies in the history of business can say that. And so I just say all of that to say this. You're looking at a special company that doesn't come around very often, and this is one of them. As a matter of fact, I think Microsoft debuted at 75 on the Inc. 500. Ambit Energy hit $1 billion in our 7th year in business, and we're only in 14 states in Washington, D.C. We are expanding rapidly, but I want you to understand when I tell you that we're the 12th largest direct seller of energy, or the number 12 largest direct seller worldwide right now. Companies 1 through 11 have been in business on average of about 65 years and are global. And so just put that in perspective for just a second and let that soak in. Now, what does all of this mean to you? Well, the deregulation opens the window and monopolies are being broken up, so customers have the right to choose who their energy providers are, and that means the timing is absolutely perfect. Now, right now, you see a current market share that Ambit's participating in of $66.5 billion. That actually just went up because we opened up the state of Maine. We're fixing to open up some other markets here coming up in the near future. But just not even considering Maine, right now we've got 49.6 million potential customers and less than 3% market share, meaning 97 out of 100 don't even know we exist. So that's prime time positioning is what I'm telling you. This is the first page that got our attention. Nothing changes for our customers. They don't have to change their buying habits. It's the same electricity. It's the same meter. It's the same meter reader. The only difference is when they write a check, it's going to be for less money. So what do I mean by that? Well, there's companies out there that generate the energy. They ship it down the grid to the delivery company. In our area where I live, that company is called Encore. Like I said, it's the same meter reader. And then instead of it being TXU Reliant or the provider you're used to seeing, Ambit's logo moves in there and the customer saves money. It is a win-win-win scenario for the customer because nothing changes. It's delivered the same way and they're saving money on a bill they have to pay anyway. The savings and customer rewards. Here's some more information about the service. First and foremost, it's something everybody uses. There's no cost to switch. Nothing changes for the customer, which makes it the absolute perfect business, meaning we don't have any inventory. You could pat me down right now and you won't find a kilowatt on me anywhere. They're not in the trunk of my car. They're not stacked up in my garage. I don't have pills, potions, powders, and lotions. Buy a lot, let it rot. So not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're on here and you're a guest and you've seen those and you love product-driven companies, I do too. There are a lot of wonderful product companies out there. I'm just simply illustrating something to you, and it's a fact. We have a big time advantage when we don't have to change somebody's buying habits and the way they receive the product or service. I don't have to deliver anything. That's also awesome. Okay. The delivery company does that. I don't have to collect any money. Ambit does that. So typically, basically all of the headaches that come with owning a business have been eliminated due to these factors. And I'll even add one more know that is positive, and that's no employees. And if you've ever had any, you know what I'm talking about. Also, the savings and benefits, the savings are impressive. We have very, very competitive rates right here in our area, which is right in the center of the state of Texas and the TXU market. We're saving customers. We're seeing an average savings of about 43%. Now, I have literally saved family members up to 68%. If somebody's well versed and knows exactly what they're doing and rate shopping, we may save them 10 or 20%. But the bottom line is 99 out of 100 times we're going to save the customer money. And we have a satisfaction guarantee, which basically states if the light so much as flickered during the switchover process, Ambit will pay the first month's bill, no questions asked. They've never had to do that. Due to our patented customer care and billing platform that I mentioned earlier that John Burke created, which is basically talking to the delivery company in real time. Our computers are talking to their computers in real time. Actually, now in the state of Texas and some other markets, I believe, I know I receive an email every week from Ambit as a customer showing me my usage down to the 15-minute increments and showing me what my bill is projected to be. And that is part of that technology and the ability that Ambit has to do things like that. It's just phenomenal. Or also Greenie certified, which basically means if a person or a customer is environmentally conscious and they want a true green product, 100% of our green product comes from renewable sources, not 10 or 20%, and that's cool. But here's where it starts to separate the men from the boys. Every one of our customers gets a welcome gift just for trying the service. It's a 3-day, 2-night stay at right about 50 resorts and locations across the United States and Mexico. They literally put me and my wife and son up at the Marriott River Center in San Antonio, right there on the Riverwalk for 3 days and 2 nights for simply becoming a customer and saving money on a bill we had to pay anyway. Every customer gets that the second they sign up. And I mean, there's top-notch destinations in there. Atlantic City, Las Vegas. I mean, you know, just about any major resort or location is listed. So that's very, very cool. And then every customer can take advantage of travel reward points, which is basically work like customer reward miles on a credit card, or air miles. Every customer gets 2,000 points when they sign up, and they earn a point per kilowatt or 10 points per therm of natural gas if they're in markets where we're dealing natural gas. In Texas, it's just electricity. But these obviously are going to accumulate month after month after month because you're using these services. And these points continue to grow month after month, and you can trade them in on cruises, airplane tickets, spa packages, golf outings, all kinds of things that are very, very cool. Also, every customer receives a free website and can take advantage of our customer referral program. And basically, Ambit wants to reward the customer for sending them more customers. And when a person starts saving money and it starts experiencing this, they start to tell people about it. And so Ambit gives them a website. It's very simple. It's their account number.joinambit.com so that they can basically refer people to that site so that they can get more information about Ambit, number one. And then if they want to sign up, that customer gets credit for referring the customer to Ambit. And so Ambit says, if you'll do that 5 times, we'll give you a choice of another exciting travel package. And you can go to ambitgetaway.com and check all of them out. And these are very, very nice destinations as well. I mean, Cabo San Lucas, things of that nature. So that's awesome. But the game changer, my friends, is if you can do that 5 times, you can probably do it 10 more for a total of 15. And if you can do that, you're now eligible to receive energy credits up to and including free energy. That's right. I'm talking about eliminating your electricity or natural gas bill all together. And a lot of people cannot really grasp this or get their arms wrapped around it. And so I want to slow down here because this is why we're growing so fast. This is why I believe we will be number 1 on the Global 100. Because when you can show somebody how to eliminate their electricity or natural gas bill or both and put that money back in their pocket, that's a form of residual income in and amongst itself. So here's how this works. Ambit says when you refer 15 or more customers to your website, you're eligible for this credit. And they obviously know who sent the customers because of the website they signed up through. And so these customers have the same ability to go out and duplicate all of this. They get the same welcome gift for enrolling. They get the same travel reward points. They get the same referral website with their account number on it. And basically, until they go and do that, they're paying a bill. Now they're saving money. They're happy campers. But Ambit's going to take all of those bills, add them together, and divide by the total number of customers and come up with an average bill amount. And whatever that average is, they're going to apply a customer referral credit to the referring customer's bill month after month after month, because these people pay their bill month after month after month, and Ambit does the math month after month after month. And so, for example, let's just say you are a customer and your average electricity bill is $200. And you go out and refer 15 or more friends to your free little referral website that Ambit provided you. And let's just say their average bill monthly is $200. And when Ambit adds all of their bills together and divides by the total number of customers, they're going to come up with an average of a $200 electricity bill. And when Ambit applies that $200 customer referral to your $200 bill, 200 minus 200 is zero. And all you have to do is pay the delivery fees and taxes. And folks, this is phenomenal. So I'm going to show you a few of my bills. I'm not going to go through an entire year here just for the sake of time. But you can see right here, this was January of last year, 2014. And you can see these reward points right here being tracked. But you can see the December bill, the previous bill was $27.02, which was made up of the delivery fees and taxes. This bill this month for January 2014 was $18.48. Fast forward a few months. Let's go to the May bill. I blew it up so it's a little bit easier to see here. You can see the points keep accruing, so I can trade those in on, cruises, big time destinations and getaways. But the April bill was $13.98. May bill $17.11. Fast forward to December, you can see November was $17.21, December $17.79. You add all of my entire year's worth of delivery fees and taxes, and it's less than the average human pays per month for electricity. And just so everybody knows, natural gas, if you're in markets where we're dealing natural gas, works the exact same way. If you were to refer 15 or more natural gas users to your site, now you're able to get a free natural gas as well. So I mean, this is huge, and every one of those referrals can duplicate this and also get free energy if they go and refer. And so some of them are going to do that, and that's going to continue to grow a customer base, and somebody's going to get paid on that, and we want it to be you. That's why you've been invited to this webcast. So let's show you the opportunity that you have to make life-changing income. This is Ambit's marketing model, and instead of spending millions of dollars a day in advertising hoping to get a customer, they insert us into the equation here. We go out and we tell a few friends and family members, people we know, love, and trust, people we do business with, how they can pay less on a bill they're already paying. And it only takes about 5 minutes to sign up a customer. If it's your first time, maybe 10, okay? But in 5 to 10 minutes, they can be saving money. And so you do that a handful of times. These people save money, so they're happy. They pay their bill, which makes Ambit money, and that makes Ambit happy. And then they pay us a referral commission. Now we're happy. Now that's a happy, happy, happy business. And everybody already does what we do. You're just not getting paid for it. We all recommend cheaper gas, good music, movies, restaurants, TV shows. You just don't get paid for the referral, and we want to fix that. Now, other benefits of owning your own Ambit Energy business. Flexible schedule. I mentioned to you earlier how I was working 80+ hours a week running my real estate business, and I just did this on the side. So it's a flexible schedule, but when your part-time income exceeds your full-time income, you've got a fun problem to have. The tax benefits are incredible. Here in a couple of days, this week, we're going to, unless you're filing an extension, you're experiencing, tax day. And so I'm just telling you, we literally write off thousands of dollars due to owning an Ambit Energy business, and income potential is truly unlimited. So you have to ask yourself 2 questions when getting started. Number 1, what's in it for me, and can I do it? Well, we only do 2 simple things, and not necessarily in this order. One of the 2 things that we do is gather a handful of loyal customers. Now, notice it does not say go out and sell electricity and natural gas. I just went out and good old boyed it. And I simply went to, first of all, I signed myself up. I know, love, and trust me. And so I fired TXU and I signed myself up and became my own first customer. Then I went and talked to my grandmother and I said, Grandma, if it didn't cost you any money, you weren't inconvenienced in any way, you would save money that you're already spending, and it would help me put your great grandson through college without taking out a student loan. Would you help me? And she said, what do I need to do? I said, well, have you heard of the 7-Eleven, heard of 7-Eleven? And she laughed and I laughed. She said, I guess I have. I pass one every day coming in the subdivision. I said, well, they've started an energy company, and all I need you to do is keep using electricity and pay less for it. It's going to help you out. You're going to save money. It's going to help me out by putting money into a college fund to put your great grandson through college. And, it's a win-win scenario. So will you help me? And she did. And then the other thing I did after doing that a few more times with other people, I got other people started doing the exact same thing. It's truly that simple. A lot of people might want to complicate it. I highly recommend that you don't. Everybody you know and everybody you don't know is using electricity. And, if they want to save money like most normal human beings, sign them up. If they, for whatever reason, say no to saving money, move on. I mean, it's we're not trying to convince them to buy something that they don't already have anyway. And that's what I told my grandmother. I said, would you rather save money and help me or pay more than you have to a reliant rep you can't name? And like I said, I just good old boyed it, and I did that a few times, and I was done. Now, here's how you promote and earn and make money. We have a success formula called 526, and the 5 is 5 customer points. Now, you need some tools to build your Ambit energy business, and Ambit provides those tools through a business building system that they provide you, and it's not free. It's $24.95 a month, but it's worth every penny. All right. And what you get for that is a suite of websites that are going to help you build your business. You're going to get a website that actually does this presentation. You never have to do what I'm doing. I'm just doing this to explain a promotion that's running. But you also get a website for signing up customers. You get a back office system tracking your business in real time, showing your customers and other people's customers and your consultants and their customers. It's tracking your check and your commissions, what you would get paid this Friday, what you get paid next Friday, what you get paid on the 15th of the month. You get a training module known as Ambit University that has video training in there. All of that, for $24.95, and that's also a tax write-off. But Ambit's going to spot you 2 customers for having that system. Okay. Now, let's say you do what I did. You sign yourself up in Grandma. Well, Ambit says if you do this within your first 28 days, they're going to pay you $100 if those customers are in Texas. Now, if the customers are located in other markets, add 1 more customer point out there for a total of 5. Now, I want to slow down here just a little bit. These are customer points, not necessarily people. All right. And what I mean by that is, I got credit for my websites. There's 2 points. I signed myself up. There's the 3rd point. And then I signed my grandmother up who had 2 meters on her home billed separately, and I signed up both accounts. So in this example right here, that's me and Grandma. That's 5 customer points, but it's 2 people. So I hope you follow what I'm saying. I then went and signed up my in-laws' home and business. There's 2 more points. All right. Then I signed up my tax man's home and office. 2 more points. My insurance agent's home and office. 2 more points. And if any of your customers refer customers to their free website in order to get free trips, travel reward points, and free websites and free electricity, you get credit for those customer referrals as if you signed them up yourself. So what am I saying? Let's say this one customer that you signed up wants free electricity, and they go out to their local bridge club and tell 15 of their closest friends about this and send them to their website, and they sign up for Ambit Energy Services. You've never met those people, but since they were your customer that did the referring, you get credit for all of those customers. And so now you've got 20 customer points because of that one customer's referrals. And if any of those referrals refer somebody, you get credit for them. And I say all of that to say this: you only need 20 customer points in your lifetime to get paid on 99% of the money that's available in this presentation, or all of the money that's in this presentation. But there's some money available that's not even in this presentation. I mean, anybody can do that, is what I'm saying. Now, right now, there's a promotion running that states if you just got one more customer point out here for a total of 6 within that same 28-day time frame of you getting started, and these customers are in Texas, Ambit is not going to pay you 100. They're going to double that and pay you 200. And if you're in other markets, add one extra customer point out here for a total of 7, and it's a 50% bonus. You would get paid 150. And the reason for that is the other markets are slightly different, but in a lot of those markets, they can also be natural gas customers. So that's why the compensation plan changes slightly. But Texas customers, that's doubled with one extra customer point out here for a total of 6, and add an extra customer point out here for a total of 7 if these customers are in other markets besides Texas, and it's 150. It's a 50% increase. And folks, what if you did that today? The beautiful thing about this income is it's paid weekly, and that's W-E-E-K, not W-E-A-K. And whatever's in the system by Friday at midnight, the check's cut the following Friday. And if you sign up for direct deposit, it comes a day early. All right. So I'm saying you don't have to wait 28 days for this money to start showing up. If you literally got started today and did that by Friday at midnight, you would have $200 or $150 in your bank next Friday, depending on where the customers are located in the examples that I just gave you. Okay. Now, for the sake of the promotion, we're just going to say 626. And I'm going to keep this Texas specific just to keep it simple and for the sake of simplicity. But if you're in other markets, just remember to add an extra customer to every scenario I'm giving you. And instead of the money being doubled, it's a 50% bonus. Otherwise, I'm keeping this Texas specific. So here we go. Let's move forward. The second thing we do, or the first, whichever order you want to do this in, is get other people started. We want to get 2 people started as consultants. So let's flip-flop this. And let's just say you're showing this to me. And I look at this presentation and I say, you know what? I'm in. I can sign up myself and grandma. I can have 6 customer points immediately. I get in as a consultant, sign up myself, grandma, my in-laws, home and business. You know, I'm going to make $100 as soon as I get 4 customer points, but 2 more points, they're going to double my 100 to 200, but they double your matching 100 to 200. Now, wasn't that fun? Now, if you did that another time, let's just say you show this to your friend Ron. Ron gets in as a consultant, signs up himself, his next door neighbor as a customer. He makes 100, you make a matching 100. He gets 2 extra customer points, and these customers are all in Texas. They double his 100 to 200. They double your matching 100 to 200. All right. There's the 2 of the 526. Now, I want to pause right here and just let you see this right here. You've made, if you did this, what if we did this by Friday at midnight? Next Friday, you would have $600 coming back to you. Now, wouldn't that be fun? And then the 6 is we want a team of 6. So you're going to drag me and Ron over here because we count as 2 of the 6. Let's just say me and Ron each went out and got 2 started just like you did. Well, there's a team of 6. And let's just say me and Ron want to help our 2 each get started, getting their first few customers so that we can make double money and $600 like you did. And we just start duplicating this. Well, when you show us how to do that, you just obtained your first promotion known as regional consultant. Now, all this means is you just gave yourself a 55% pay raise, and you're just going to keep doing the same exact thing. So as a regional consultant, let's just say you show this to Sue and Drew, and they get in as consultants, sign up themselves and mama within their first 28 days. They each make 100. And you would make a $100 matching bonus each, plus a $55 regional consultant bonus for $155 for Sue and $155 for Drew. Now, my question to you is do you think Sue and Drew would like to take advantage of this promotion that doubles their money? Or if they're in other markets besides, if the customers are in other markets besides Texas, 50% bonus. Well, of course they would. All right. Now, one other thing I want to illustrate here is it does not matter where the consultant lives. They could be in Timbuktu. They could be in, some state other than Texas. But if the customer they signed up is in Texas, that's what's triggering whether this is double or 50% bonuses. Okay. Once again, we're sticking with Texas, though, for the sake of this presentation. But right there, if they just got 2 customers, signed up themselves and mama, and then they get 2 points for their system that they have, they make 100, you make 155 a clip. But do you think Sue and Drew would like to double their money? Of course they would. They go get 2 extra customer points to double their 100 to 200, but Ambit doubles your 155 to 310 for Sue and 310 for Drew. But here's where it gets exciting. Every time consultants come in underneath them and just sign up a couple of customers, you, as the regional consultant, is going to make $55 every time that happens, forever to infinity. Okay? Now, what if you had 10 consultants coming in this group or this organization per month, and they just signed up 2 customers within their first 28 days? Well, that's $550 a month in bonuses. What if that's happening per week? What if that's happening per day? What if these consultants are taking advantage of the current promotion, getting a couple extra customers, and that 55 is doubled to 110 a pop? That's fun bonus money, and that's paid out each and every Friday on the previous week's efforts. Okay. Now, next leadership position, senior consultant. They had 80 on top of the 55. Now, let's say you show this to Dan and Stan. Dan and Stan get in as consultants, sign up a couple customers each. They make 100, you make 235. 235 for Dan, 235 for Stan. Dan and Stan take advantage of the promotion, get a couple more customers. They double that to 200 for them, but 470 for you. Yes, that's 470 for Dan and 470 for Stan. Now, this original group over here is still growing, and the regional consultant group is still growing. Promote yourself again to a position called executive consultant. 80 on top of the 80 on top of the 55. And the top position is national consultants, $25 on top of all of that. All of these working the exact same way simultaneously to unlimited levels, and all of these commissions paid out on every Friday for the previous week's work. And I'm just telling you, as exciting as that bonus money is that's paid out weekly, that is not what excited us the most. Residual income is what excited us the most. And what I mean by that is, in addition to all of these bonuses here, you're also going to get paid a commission each and every month when your customers pay their bill, as well as when every one of your consultants' customers pay their bill. And this is phenomenal. This is our 7-level compensation plan. Let's just say everybody within the sound of my voice can go out here and get 3 people started as consultants. Anybody you personally sign up as a consultant is on your first level, all right? And anybody that your consultants sign up is on your second level. Their first level, but your second level. And if we taught that to duplicate down through 7 levels, 3 who get 3 who get 3, that would be 3,279 consultants in your Ambit Energy business. Now, this is never going to work like this because most people don't stop at 3. There are a lot of people on this webcast right now that have 40, 50, 60 personally sponsored consultants. We're saying in this example, you have to stop at 3. All right. Well, that's what over time, this isn't going to happen by next Thursday. I'm just saying over time, this is going to continue to grow. Matter of fact, we will have more consultants in our business, today than I had yesterday. And that's whether anybody likes what I have to say on this webcast or not. Now, to get paid on all 7 levels, you need to have 20 customer points, and you don't have to have them by next week either. When you first get started and get 4, 5, 6 customers, you're going to get qualified down through a certain number of levels. 10 customer points qualifies you down through another certain level, 15 another, but 20 get you qualified for all 7 levels here, okay? But let's just say not everybody gets 20 customer points like you. Let's say they don't even like free electricity. They're just half as good as you are, and everybody in this example gets 10 customers each. Well, down through 7 levels, you do the math, that's 32,810 customers. Now, this is happening because of leverage. You've only gotten 3 people started and gotten 20 customer points that has produced all of this and taught duplication. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying leverage. Now, Ambit says the more that these customers use, the more we will pay you. And they break this into bands. Band 1 is the worst case payout. We're basically saying that every one of these customers are living in a small 1-bedroom apartment using very little electricity. And they will pay you up to band 5, which is the equivalent if they all live in a big time house. Now, not everybody's going to be a band 5 user, but not everybody's going to be a band 1 user. They typically land on band 2, 3, and 4, which is 2, 3, and 4 times the money. Band 5 is 5 times the money you're seeing right now. I'm just going to stick with the worst case payout. And then Ambit says when these customers pay their bill in a given month, we're going to pay you your commissions on the 15th of the following month. So let's just say that this is your organization. This month, all of these customers paid their bill, and on the 15th of next month, Ambit would send you $57,843. Now, can you live off of $57,843 a month? And the reason I say that's per month, because all of those people are going to pay their bill again next month and the month after that. Folks, that's a lot of money. And most people cannot fathom that kind of money because that's more than the average annual income in this country. So I want to share with you a slide that's happening for me and people on this webinar, as a matter of fact. And let's just show you 3 who get 3 who get 3 goes down through 7 levels. There's 3,279 consultants. Let's say you can go get 20 customer points in your lifetime. But everybody in your organization, they don't get 20, they don't get 15 for free energy, they don't get 10 like I just shared with you, they don't get 5 like the average consultant does. We're just going to say that they all can get 2 customers in their lifetime. They can sign up their self and grandma, and I gave you 100 reasons why they will do that in their first 28 days. If everybody was to just sign up 2 customers, that would be 6,578 customers in your business. And let's just say they all live in a 1-bedroom apartment and are band 1 users. With an extra $11,571 a month, passive recession-proof residual income hitting your bank in real time on the 15th or sooner if you got direct deposit, whether you get out of bed or not, be okay. Let's say you love doing what it is you do. You're passionate about it. Keep doing it. Would that check on top of your current check be okay? And would it be okay if this grew every month, whether you were involved or not? And the reason this happens is because there's 6,578 customers in this example, and every swinging one of them have a free website and free electricity available to them if they take advantage of that free referral website. And not all of them are going to, but some of them are going to start referring more and more and more customers. We will literally have more customers in our business by the time this webinar ends than when I started it, all right? And then there's consultants who continue to grow their business and are financially freedom-minded, and they add more customer gatherers to the pie as well. And this is why I believe that this is the greatest financial freedom vehicle and true residual moneymaker that I've ever seen. It's the best one I've ever seen. And the reason I say that is that in order for you to make that kind of money per month without having to trade time for the money, you would literally have to have in your bank after taxes right at $3 million drawn at the rate of 5% interest. Now, how many of you are going to save $3 million in your lifetime? You don't even know anybody that's going to do that. Very rarely. But here, you can generate that and do that 3 to 5 years, if not sooner. We've got people doing it sooner than that. I'm just, being realistic. I mean, 3 to 5 years, and you could be getting paid like you have $3 million in the bank. That's phenomenal. And I want you to also understand that this income is willable. In real estate, if something had happened to me, that real estate income would have stopped for my wife and son. They don't have a real estate license. All of that blood, sweat, and tears that I put into that real estate business would have stopped and ceased and would have been no more. With this, I can will it to whoever I want to leave it to. And those checks would keep coming in every Friday and on the 15th of every month. Folks, that's phenomenal as well. And if that's all there was to it, we were in. But then there's this page, and this is the most money in the entire presentation. And in addition to everything that I've already shared with you, Ambit's going to give you a customer residual bonus on top of all of this bonus money and the 7-level compensation plan that I just shared with you. And what I mean by that is, when you reach these leadership positions, Ambit's going to give you an extra 25 cents per customer that's generated by any of the consultants in your regional consultant line of business, and they do not stop this at 7 levels. They pay it to unlimited depth. And the reason they can pay that to unlimited levels is because they're only having to pay that quarter to one person. There's only one regional consultant in the scenario. And if that's you, you're getting an extra 25 cents on top of the 7-level compensation plan that lays straight across the board here. As a senior consultant, you're making up to 75 cents extra per customer generated by any of the consultants in your senior consultant line of business. Up to $1.50 per customer generated by any of the consultants in your executive consultant line of business, and $2 per customer, or up to $2 per customer generated by any of the consultants in your national consultant line of business. And all of this is in addition to the 7-level compensation plan that applies in each one of these columns, plus the original that you started. Folks, this is like owning your own toll road. And I don't know of anybody that, I mean, if I were to take you to a toll plaza, multi-lane toll plaza, and I said, hey, this is yours, all you have to do is pay $24.95 a month to keep these scanners zapping tags in their windshield. And every time a vehicle comes through any of these lanes, depending on what lane, they're going to pay you 25 cents a vehicle, 75 cents, $1.50, or $2. I mean, everybody would take me up on that. I'm going to tell you the reason this works. It's a service, not a product unconsciously purchased, habitually used. It's the power of part-time. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't have to quit your job or what you're currently doing to take advantage of this incredible opportunity. I just took Ambit with me, and I still do it wherever I go, whether it's the golf course, whether it's my son's school functions, whether we're out eating dinner. I just simply go out and take Ambit with me when I go out. And I'll give you an example of that. I went to a real estate appointment, talked an hour about real estate with this couple that were looking at putting their house on the market. At the end of that real estate appointment, the husband walked me to my car, started asking me about rental property and investing in real estate. And I said, I've got a lot better way to make a lot more money with a lot less cost and a lot less headache. I would love to share with you something that a very successful friend shared with me. If I gave you a website that plays a 20-minute video, would you watch it? And he did. And that 20-second conversation has put over 2,000 customers in both of our businesses. That's the power of part-time and what you have your hands on. Compensation plan is as lucrative as you want to get it. Our top money earners are making money that you wouldn't believe me if I told you. All right. The timing is perfect. It's the largest industry to ever deregulate. It's going to deregulate one time, and you're sitting smack dab at the very beginning of it, and the system is proven. If you're coachable and you do what we tell you to do, how we tell you to do it, and we're going to help you do it, you're going to make money. It's just a stone cold fact. I've seen people do it their own way and still make money. I'm just telling you, we can show you how to do it the right way and have money coming back to you next Friday. Now, seeing what you've just saw, all right, I shared with you with this promotion how you could literally make $600 by next Friday without even pulling a muscle. How you can make a serious monthly residual income. What would a business like this be worth to you? What would you pay to get something like this started? My sister was looking at a Smoothie King franchise and was going to have to pay $250,000 before she could sell her first smoothie. Subway sandwich shops, same thing. Plus, you have to pay 8% on your, I think, profits in a franchise fee each and every year. I'm just telling you, what would this type of business be worth? Your own electricity and natural gas franchise that is expanding across this great country rapidly, and there are already buzzwords happening about international expansion. Other countries that are already deregulated. Can you imagine getting paid when somebody in Canada or the United Kingdom flips their lights on? What would you pay? Well, I mean, good news is you're not going to have to pay $250,000, but would you pay $10,000? Knowing what I know now, I would do it without hesitation. Would you pay 5,000? Would you pay 1,000? The good news is you're not even going to have to pay 500. To get your own Ambit Energy business started is a one-time fee of $429 with no annual renewal. And there's a promotion running, so stay tuned. That makes this scary good. And then your only overhead is $24.95 a month for that personal business building system. And here's what it looks like. Here's the website that's playing this presentation 24/7, 365. You've got a website for signing up customers. You've got Ambit University training module back here, playing videos showing you exactly what to do and how to do it. And then you've got Power Zone that's tracking your business. And for $24.95, you get every swinging one of these. And I'm just going to tell you, when I was in real estate, I was paying $200 plus per month for one real estate website that didn't do what this does. I mean, it didn't even do 10% of what all of this system does. It is phenomenal. You've got full color marketing material and collateral in here that all you have to do is type your information in and hit print. It's a business ready to go, and you can literally have it up and running tonight within about 15 minutes from us ending this webcast. But right now, there's a promotion running, and it is phenomenal. You're not going to have to pay $429 to start your own Ambit Energy business. How would you like to start your own Ambit Energy business for $75? Folks, I'm just telling you, this is a stone cold no-brainer. If you balk at that, then I would just say be a customer, save money. That's free to do. It'll help the person that got you on this webinar or webcast. And then you can kick the tires, and if you change your mind later, they'll be happy to sign you up. But you'll notice that this promotion, the cost to get involved is going to increase, every 4 weeks. Right now, for $75, and then for the, basically first 30 days of your website, you're getting this type of business started for less than $100. And I mean, that's basically taking your family to a decent restaurant one time. You can have your own business. And you get this going right now. Anybody that you get started has the same ability to get started at that $75 and take advantage of the double promotion or the 50% bonus if their customers are in other markets besides Texas. I'm just telling you, I highly recommend that you join Ambit Energy, become your own first customer, not only save money, but make money on your own bill, and take control of your financial future. There is not going to be a better time than what you're seeing right now. It's going to go up. It's typically $429. That's what it took me to get my business started. And I would pay $429 a week to keep what I've got coming in. I'm just telling you, do not miss this. So with that being said, I want to thank you for your time and energy. I know some of you are wanting to ask some questions. I'll leave the question Q&A up so that you can type a question, and if you have it. But in the meantime, with that being said, get with the person that got you on this webinar or this webcast and get your questions answered. If you don't want to type them into the Q&A window there, but get your business up and rolling. They can give you the link to get you started. You can literally have your websites up with your name on them within 15 minutes of getting off of this webinar and clicking on their link and start making money, because you can start signing up yourself. If you're in an area where you can be a customer, you can start sharing this opportunity and this incredible business with your sphere of influence and people that and get them in front of your videos. The person that's going to help you get started is more than willing, I promise you, to help you. If any of your friends or family or contacts, business partners that you have any questions. But anyway, with that being said, feel free to type any questions in by clicking on the question mark on the left side of your screen. That will open up a Q&A window on the right. You can type that in. I'll stick around a little bit and we'll answer those as they come in. I hope this information has been valuable to you and helpful. And with that being said, we wish you the health, happiness, and prosperity you truly deserve, and we will see you at the bank. Have a great day.